launch of OnePlus 9 series around 5 months back, we heard a lot of hype about its camera system. We knew OnePlus has spent $150 million collaboration with Hasselblad for its better camera color science. Turned out when it was launched, for some the camera system was fine, for some it wasn't up to the mark. So now after 4 months later, with couple of software updates and camera fixes, let's see how the phone has turned out to be now. If this is your first time here, my name is Salim. Welcome to my channel and my review for the OnePlus 9. So out of the box, looking at OnePlus 9, it looks quite similar to OnePlus 8T, except the camera array in the back. But build wise, OnePlus 9 is quite different to OnePlus 8T. It's having a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 in the front and back with a plastic frame, which for some including me is disappointing. But we cannot easily judge the frame. It looks high quality and doesn't look cheap. Also, the phone weighs around 192 grams in the European and North American market due to the wireless charging support. While in India, China and Asian market it weighs 10 grams lighter as it doesn't come with the wireless charging support. The OnePlus 9 also has some protection from splash and dust, but it doesn't come with IP68 certification. The phone has an impressive 6.55-inch 8-bit 1080p AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. Though it's not an adaptive display like its elder sibling OnePlus 9 Pro, which has a 10-bit LTPO panel. The display is still very impressive with lively and accurate colors. In fact, it doesn't look like a 1080p panel. Watching contents on YouTube, Netflix or scrolling to social media platform is very pleasing for the eyes. It also has an adaptive brightness which can reach a max of 821 nits. While there are many screen calibration mode with Vivid, Natural, sRGB and P3 wide gamma mode, I still prefer the natural colors. It also has vibrant color effect which can make video colors more vivid, and also you can switch on ultra high video resolution which can improve video clarity using AI algorithms. There is an optical under display fingerprint which is accurate and unlocks the phone quickly, but it is located a bit lower in both OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro. I wish it was located like the one in OnePlus 8T. The phone doesn't have a headphone jack, which is the new normal for the flagship phone these days. And the stereo speakers are loud and crisp, and the sound output is excellent. Under the hood, the OnePlus 9 comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 flagship chipset, paired with 8 or 12 GB of LPDDR5 RAM. It also comes with UFS 3.1 flash storage, with either 128 or 256 GB of storage. Without a doubt, the performance is totally flagship and top-notch. The phone has tons of power. It performs with no lags, no hazels, no hiccups, and the heat dissipation chamber keeps the phone cool. In my testing, the phone never went warm, whether with editing or any heavy graphical usage. Even playing games on high setting was also a breeze. The chipset handled anything we threw on it, and was even smoother and faster than many other 888 chipset smartphones in the market. The haptics feedback was also very responsive and excellent with a 240Hz touch sampling rate. Typing, texting was also a breeze and hassle-free. The phone comes with a 4500 mAh battery which comes along with an impressive 65 watts fast charger from the box, which can charge the phone from a dead battery to 100% in just 37 minutes. And the battery timing I would say was good, as it almost gave me nearly around 5.5 hours to 6 hours screen on time, which lasted till the end of the day. The phone comes with Android 11 out of the box with almost stockish Oxygen UI interface. As we all know, OnePlus has been known the smartphone for the enthusiast, with good looking hardware and almost stockish good looking software. And as Oxygen OS has been the cleanest symmetrical Android other than that of Google Pixel lineup, Oxygen OS is clean, it's minimalistic, it has no lags, no bloatwares, no ads, and is buttery smooth. Also, OnePlus guarantees 3 years of software and 4 years of security updates on its flagship lineup. As I told you earlier, OnePlus has spent $150 million collaboration with Hasselblad for its better camera color science. On the time of launch, many weren't happy about the camera's result, but after many software updates, the camera has got way better now. Starting with the main camera, shots in the daytime were excellent with good amount of details. Highlights were on par as well, colors look neutral and shots look a clear upgrade from its predecessor. But sometimes shots look oversharpened and dynamic range was narrow and shadows were a bit dark. Overall, the shots were excellent. The ultra-wide lens is the biggest upgrade in the OnePlus 9 series. The freeform lens has no more distortion correction, so the shots look straighter in the edges and corner. Likewise, from the main camera, the daytime shots were excellent too, with good details, good looking colors, dynamic range was fine, and shots look over-sharpened at times. We don't have a zoom lens in the OnePlus 9 like its elder sibling, so the shots taken with 2x are digitally zoomed shots from the main camera, which weren't impressive shots, were lacking in details due to OIS, and were noisy at times. Portrait mode shots taken from rear camera are good, with an aggressive background blur, which sometimes was a hit or a miss, especially with tough backgrounds. And sometimes shots look processed too. Telemacro shots is taken using the ultra-wide lens, and shots are impressive. They have good amount of details to it. and only sometimes you need to move the camera back and forth to adjust the focus, but overall the shots came out excellent. Shooting in low light scenarios with the main camera with night mode on, shots won't disappoint you at all. In fact, they came out impressive, with good amount of details, sharpness, exposure, fine dynamic range, and colors look accurate. Same goes with ultra-wide lens, and this time ultra-wide lens have really got a good upgrade in the night mode, as well with excellent shots, good looking colors, good details. Only sometimes, depending on the light conditions, the shots on the edges were a little bit noisy. Overall, we are impressed with the night mode on OnePlus 9, and it's a clear upgrade from its predecessor. The front-facing camera takes good selfie shots, with good details, colors were accurate also, and dynamic range was plenty. While the portrait shots were also excellent, with aggressive background blur and subject separation. The video quality of this phone is good. It can shoot max 8K at 30 frames per second from both the main camera and ultra-wide lens as well. The 8K looks like a gimmick and also an upscaled software processed version of 4K, and has no OIS either. I would rather choose the 4K version on both the main camera and ultra-wide lens for better video. Overall, the videos are excellent, having good details, good colors, sharpness, contrast, and fine dynamic range. The front-facing camera can shoot max 1080p with 30 frames per second, and it has good amount of details, color, sharpness, and dynamic range. Video shot at night with the main and ultra-wide lens looked excellent. Whether without the OIS, the lens captured good amount of light and wasn't grainy. In fact, it was impressive at times in both main and ultra-wide lens. The front-facing camera also performed good in the night time and was having good amount of colors and details. The camera app also have got an upgrade and some new tweaks, with the first noticeable difference with the orange camera shutter button, which is also the signature Hasselblad shutter sound, and the Pro mode is not a gimmick. It really is one of the class-leading Pro mode I have seen in the modern day smartphones. So, as the OnePlus 9 has got a very large and noticeable difference from its predecessor OnePlus 8T, especially in the camera department, there are also some downgrades like the plastic frame and no OIS in the main camera. But the phone has a class-leading display, flagship chipset, extremely impressive performance, good-looking camera system, and a buttery-smooth OS. Comparing it with its current competition like iPhone 12 and Samsung Galaxy S21, it is still a better deal even at this time. With the prices being slashed down to around $500 for the base variant, I still would recommend this phone. Whereas we are a month away from the launch of iPhone 12s or the so-called iPhone 13 and Google Pixel lineup, which would be coming around for a starting price for a minimum of $750 for the base variants. So comparing to those prices, I would still recommend the OnePlus 9. With that, I'm signing off this video. Hopefully you guys liked it, and kindly don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for future notification, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.